The rumors surrounding the New York Football Giants and Matt Stafford, they are officially heating up, and players on the Giants have gone to Twitter to start to recruit the Super Bowl champion. On today's show, we're going to react to those tweets, but I couldn't find them because they were deleted, and I wonder why that is. You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. Let's go back a little bit in time when Ian Rappaport said this: Matt Stafford and his future with the Los Angeles Rams is up in the air. And we've talked about the Rams and Stafford separating following the season, going all the way back on this channel into the summer when Jeremy Fowler of ESPN first brought up the idea, and it now sounds like that idea has some legit legs. Matt Stafford even said following the season where they lost in the divisional round to the Philadelphia Eagles that he's going to take some time to think about his future in the NFL. And if it's going to be with the Los Angeles Rams, they're going to have to rework his contract because at this moment, there is no longer any guaranteed money on his deal, and there is an out that they have where they could cut him and save a little bit of money, but it might make sense more for a trade. The tweets we were talking about, I was able to find them, but if you go to Malik Nabors' Twitter, these three tweets are no longer there. February 4th, he tweets out 9 and 10 with a sheep emoji. Nope, that's a ram emoji and an eyeball. And then right after February 4th, on February 5th, he just tweets out number 9 and a ram emoji. And then yesterday, he tweeted out number 9 with a ram emoji. He did it 3 times. And I have no idea what that could possibly mean. And he sat down with Matthew Berry on his show, and he was asked about it, and he said, I don't know, it's a pretty good riddle. I don't know if everyone will solve this one. I'm not giving away a lot, but I feel like people know what I'm aiming for. Yeah, Malik Nabors, we know what you're doing, my man. And I absolutely love it. Use your star power, use the internet, and start recruiting Malik Nabors. This team needs a quarterback, and if Matthew Stafford is available, he'll be the best available quarterback the Giants could add, and I definitely think they should pick up the phone. It wasn't just Malik Nabors that has been recruiting on Twitter. I mean, Jermaine Illuminor has been recruiting everyone on Twitter. He tried to get Marlon Humphrey. He's tweeted at other people, and he quote tweeted Sharp Football. I believe the tweet that they had was about Matthew Stafford's wife being upset that they are going to trade Cooper Kupp. And Jermaine Illuminor quote tweeted that and said, New York is an adventure, and we'd respect number 9, salute, LOL. So I went to go find that tweet from Jermaine Illuminor, and that one has also been deleted. Now, why would 2 Giants tweet about Stafford joining this football team, and then those same 2 Giants have to have those tweets deleted? There is no way anyone in the Giants front office called them and told them to delete them because there might be some underground trade talks with the Rams. Like, that's not possible, right? There's no way people that work for the Giants told their players to delete those tweets, right? Yeah. Look, if Stafford is available, Joe Shane should pick up the phone, and he should start talking to the Los Angeles Rams to see what it would take to have him put on a New York Football Giants uniform. And Malik Nabors, he continued to speak about Stafford, and he made it seem like he would love to catch the pigskin from Stafford this year, saying his arm talent is crazy. His sidearm is crazy. The way he throws the ball, his angles, it's crazy. He knows the defense. He's a veteran quarterback. He led that team to the playoffs without those receivers he was playing with at the beginning of the season when they were hurt. Then, when he got them back, he was able to do a lot of great things. I like the way he throws the football. Yeah, me too, Malik. I like the way he throws the football. And if he's wearing number 9 for the Giants and he's throwing to number 1 for the New York Giants, it is going to be a beautiful sight for all of New York Giants football nation out there. He is 37 years old. Can't ignore that. Maybe his best days are behind him, but I still thought he played pretty damn good, and he looked good in the divisional round against the Eagles. Unfortunately, couldn't pull off what would have been one of the most historic comebacks in recent NFL history. Remember, Jeremy Fowler said this prior to the 2024 season starting? The Rams have looked at Stafford's future as a year-to-year proposition. His reworked contract last offseason reflects that, pushing his 2024 pay into the $40 million range, but lessening his guarantees in 2025, essentially allowing both sides to decide whether they want to remain married at that point. This is a situation to watch closely because neither player nor team seems to know how or when it will end. Stafford, 36 at the time, has dealt with injuries recently. Does he want to play after this season? The Rams also recently told Cooper Kupp that they are going to trade him. And Cooper Kupp was the one that broke the news, and he sent out a long statement, and it sounds like his time in LA as a Ram has come to an end. Could the era of Stafford and Kupp be coming to an end in LA for the team that won a Super Bowl, for the duo that maybe had the best connection in the NFL for a couple of years? If it is the end of the era and number 10 is going to get cut and number 9 is on the trade block, I'm going to inquire. I am going to inquire. Let's start with this. A trade seems more likely to me for the Rams and Matthew Stafford, and we'll explain all the financials of it coming up in a second. But I tried to find a deal that I thought both teams would at least be interested in. I don't know what Matthew Stafford's trade value is right now. He's 37 years old. I'm sure the Rams are going to be looking for a first-round pick, not trading pick number 3 for Matthew Stafford. So I decided on the second-round pick number 34, pick number 2 in the second round. Would you make this deal if you were Joe Schoen? Would you trade pick 34 in the 2025 NFL Draft to the Los Angeles Rams for Matthew Stafford? Type A for accept, type D for decline. You accept this offer. Matthew Stafford is still a legit quarterback in this league. Again, he was one play away from carrying a roster with the Rams that, let's keep it a buck, wasn't that talented and didn't have expectation to make big moves this year. He was one play away from getting to the conference championship to play the Commanders. I think they would have had a really good shot to beat that team and get to the Super Bowl. Question is this enough? And the question is, does Matthew Stafford want to play for the New York Football Giants? I would assume a 37-year-old quarterback that if he's going to change teams, he wants to have a legit shot to compete. Would he have that shot with the Giants? And is a second-round pick enough? I'm not so sure. I've got way more thoughts on Stafford coming up around the corner. First, though, I got to tell you guys about our proud sponsor, GameTime, the best ticketing app on the market. And if you want to get last-minute tickets for the big game, download the app and use our promo code ChatSports, and you're going to get $20 off your first purchase where terms do apply. The promo code is ChatSports, ChatSports. GameTime is the app where you get the best seats for the lowest price guaranteed. Prices actually drop as the events get closer. You get to see your seat view inside the app. You get to access your tickets from your phone, and it's super easy to navigate the app. The app also really values their customers, and they will send you push notifications when a flash deal is going on for said tickets. Make sure to use these 2 features. All-in pricing. When it's lit up like this, that means it's on, meaning the price you see is the price you are going to pay. Turn on that Game Time Picks feature right next to it, and you're going to get the best deal, and it's going to be that much easier to get the best deal. So download the app, create an account, promo code ChatSports, ChatSports, for $20 off your first purchase where terms do apply. All of that information will be clickable down in the comments and description of today's video. All right, the reason for the Rams to move on from Matt Stafford is not because of his play. Like, he's still got it done at a high clip, and again, one play away from the conference championship. It's due to his contract. He would have a cap hit of $49.6 million. $49.6 million, Smitty, if you want to change that for 2025. A cap hit, $49.6 million if he does stay on this team. They would have a dead cap charge, though, of $49.3 million if they cut him. Remember, if a team trades for a player, they owe him his base salary and their roster bonus. So you can kind of see those numbers there. We'll talk more about that. You overall just look at the cap, the details, and all of the ways that the Rams could potentially move on from Stafford. Again, a $49.6 million cap hit. If you cut him before June 1, you only save $333,000. It's not going to happen. You have a dead cap charge of $49.3 million. If you cut him after June 1, and you can cut 2 people each year with a post-June 1 designation, that player would enter free agency immediately. You would save $23 million while still having a dead cap hit of $26.6 million. I think he's more likely to be designated as a post-June 1 cut if they do decide to cut him. They could trade him. And I think that might make a little bit more sense because you save $4.3 million if you trade him, but you still have that major big dead cap hit if he is traded before June 1. If you trade him after June 1st, then you really get the most money that you save. That's $27 million on the cap and $22.6 million. If they trade him, I don't know. The Giants cannot afford to wait this long, so I don't know how that would happen. I think if I had to power rank what is more likely, he's a post-June 1 cut, or they trade him pre-June 1 and they take their medicine. They take the Jared Goff dead cap hit. They reset in 2025, 2026, and they get a pick back, high priority pick, like number 34. If the Giants trade for Matthew Stafford, he would be on their salary cap sheet for $27 million this year. That would be one of the best numbers in the NFL if you're talking about strictly cap hits. And I want to look at the cap hits real quick. I'm going to pull this up a little, getting it done here on the fly. Like, that is a steal, though, for a top quarterback. When you talk about how much quarterbacks are getting paid in the National Football League, $27 million for a quarterback of Matthew Stafford's caliber is really a steal. I know he only threw 20 touchdowns this year, but he also did it without Puka Nacua for a large stretch. He did it also for a large stretch without Cooper Kupp, and he can still get it done. I promise you. A $27 million cap hit for the 2025 season, by the way, for quarterbacks, that would be the 17th highest paid quarterback in the NFL. And Stafford is still a top 10 guy. So if you get a top 10 quarterback for the 17th highest cap hit in 2025, and it costs you a second-round pick, and you still get to have the third pick in the draft, I think you should pull the trigger. And I really don't think this is an impossible scenario for the Giants or Matthew Stafford. Rappaport has talked about it. Fowler has talked about it. A lot of people have mentioned the idea of the Rams moving on from Matthew Stafford. And the Giants are a quarterback-needy team. And maybe they go out and pull the trigger. I'm sure Stafford also isn't happy that Cooper Kupp is going to be traded. Yes, Kupp has taken a step back. Absolutely. But I don't say that because of I don't think he could play anymore. I think the injuries have really kind of derailed him a little bit. But I think that he could still play. I really do. The way he won in the National Football League, IQ, leverage, route running, savvy. You don't lose that when you get older. It actually only grows because your football IQ continues to grow. I think the Rams are going to cut Cooper Kupp with a post-June 1 designation. There's not going to be a team that trades for him. If you do trade for him, you owe him $20 million of a cap hit in 2025. No team's going to do that. He's going to get cut, I believe, post-June 1 designation. They have a dead cap charge of $17.2 million, but they save $12.5, even more than they would in a trade. Let's say you trade for Matt Stafford and sign Cooper Kupp. Maybe Cooper Kupp signs a 1-year, $10 million deal, and you have Nabors, and you have Kupp, and you have Stafford. Nabors was also talking about Stafford and Kupp, and he spoke on Kupp. We showed you the Stafford quotes, and he made it seem like you would love to have a veteran in the room with him. Wonder who said that. Wonder who said that would be a good idea. Make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on IG. Hit me up, and let's go Big Blue.